You can imagine as a primary school kid, right?
Yeah, you don't understand.
I'm like, why are we scrumming? Why am I putting my head in between two guys' hips?
Yeah.
Why am I doing this?
Yeah.
And then we're just holding, we're just staying there.
Yeah.
And then we're not pushing, we're not doing anything.
Yeah, correct.
Then the ball comes in there, and we're always playing with the ball in our
Yeah.
legs. Welcome back to Singapore's Realest Fitness Podcast.
Yeah.
I'm Jimmy.
I'm Dan.
Today, we're going to talk about your rugby experience.
Ooh.
In the previous episodes, you also talked about one of your goals and
Yeah.
one of your past day jobs or part-time hustle is rugby.
That's right.
So you have been playing rugby for, I think, the whole of your life.
Okay, I would say secondary school onwards. Which you can consider whole of my life.
Yeah.
Some people start in primary school, but disclosure, I disagree because I feel like primary school, they're just running around. And physically, I don't think it's very healthy also to be in too much contact while you're in primary school.
Yeah, correct.
Because you're still growing, you're still developing. I'll say secondary school might be a good time to start.
And right now, you are a rugby coach.
No, I'm a rugby referee.
Also, rugby referee.
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
So, So my personal take about rugby and what you said about primary school, I used to be from a boys' school, and their main sport is rugby.
Okay.
So everyone has to play rugby. It's compulsory for PE.
Wow.
You have to play rugby. So
but every PE lesson or like at least one?
Occasionally.
Okay.
Occasionally is rugby. And there was this, I think it's a 3 months kind of course thing where they teach you how to play rugby.
Oh, is it?
In PE lesson.
Interesting.
So I remember that I hated rugby.
Okay, fair.
Because back then it wasn't AstroTurf, it was a real field.
Grass, okay.
So a grass with mud. And then if you're wearing your PT kit.
How do you do it in PE? Like you wear school shoes?
School shoes, exactly.
Oh, that sucks, man.
So there wasn't a specific shoe you had to wear, so
like
you just wore
boots
school
or what,
shoes.
right?
Yeah, wore school shoes. And then we went to the field and then we played rugby. I remember the first lesson was how to throw the ball.
Yeah.
So you throw the ball, that's just the easiest part, right? Throwing the ball. But here comes the hardest thing. So you got to run, and then while you're running, you got to get tackled. So they'll teach you the tackle drill, and I honestly felt like it's a bit. Why are we doing this? There's this cushion thing. I don't know if you remember. There's a cushion block.
Of
and
course,
you hit. Then you must immediately after you hit already, you drop on the ground.
Yeah. It kind of looks like a punching bag. Yeah.
Kind of, it's a square block thing. You what you do is you hug it tightly.
Yep.
After 1 second, you drop on the ground like that.
Yes.
Something like that, right?
Okay,
Correct me if I'm
something like
wrong.
that, yeah. I mean,
From my memory, then as a primary school kid, I'm like, is this rugby? What is this thing? What am I supposed to mimic?
Right.
You think like coaches were the best but like what are we trying to mimic here? Am I supposed to hold the ball where I tackle or like why am I tackling? Why am I learning this technique?
Right.
Then we played actual games and
really, Oh.
like I think after like the 1 or 2 weeks of training, then we simulated a game. Like,
Okay.
a few games.
Interesting.
Then I remembered, I tried to avoid the ball. Because you get the ball, right? You realize
Everyone's
it's
coming at
3
you.
balls going to run at you, and then they're
Fair
going to just tackle you,
Yeah.
and it hurts.
It does hurt,
It hurts
yeah.
because they will go for your torso,
Yeah.
and then you feel the punch back, and I think,
enough, yeah.
You fall back,
Yeah.
and then you hurt, you drop the ball,
Yeah.
and then you lose orientation,
Sure,
and
yeah.
and once I think you got to bring the ball to the touchdown, the
Correct,
touchline.
the line, yeah.
Then once you hit touchline, you get to have a free kick into that.
The post, yeah.
The post.
The head post, yeah.
Pardon me for
Extra
my ignorance,
points, yeah.
but I think it's 5 points and 3 points something. I've heard you.
Okay, it's 5 and 2, but
5
okay.
and 2. Close enough. 3.
Close enough.
Then you boom hit inside and
Yeah.
everyone cheer. That was my primary school life. Then I remembered I got my mum to write a note saying that I'm allergic to grass. Allergic to grass. Because I got a very bad rash over my neck.
Man.
All my neck area and everything. Then I remember back then in primary school, right, they organized, they tekan tekan the kids. They ask you to push up, like
Yeah,
NS
which
like that. Back then they asked you to push up. Then I remember I push up position. Then I saw the end. A big ass end, and then it bit my hand. Then I'm like, I couldn't move my push up position. And very pain, and I hated it. I remember I hated it in primary school. That was in primary school. And I wasn't the fittest back then also. I was a scrawny kid.
Right.
Then in secondary school, they had the same thing. Rugby also. And then I think back, I got more hang of it, how to play rugby, but of course it's something
Not
that I
your interest
didn't really like because I was wearing specs also. I think
True.
you would have to I don't wear
blind
contacts
lah.
also.
Yeah.
So I've been blind. I can't see anything. My degree is 400 over plus. Everything is blurry. So I can't really play anyway. Like if you ask me to play a pepper match, I cannot see where the ball is.
Sure.
So I probably be just chilling in a corner,
Right,
and try to avoid everything at all costs.
Right.
And then that's my experience in rugby, and it's a more of a very very rough sport.
It is, yeah.
Right. And and then I remember all my friends who actually represented the school.
Yeah.
Every other month, you'll find at least one in my class
Injured.
with a broken arm or broken leg.
Yeah, fair enough. This is primary school, is it?
This is primary school and secondary school.
Yeah, fair enough.
Wait,
Yeah.
What about your experience?
So, different experience, I guess. Actually, my secondary school didn't have rugby. The first taste of rugby I got was like actually in clubs. I played for clubs.
Yeah.
Actually, I come from a lineage of rugby players. My cousins are actually like national rugby team players.
Okay.
Yeah, so I was thinking of inviting them to the podcast and stuff. So one of my cousin, Mara Ishaf, he's the national captain. He or rather, his older brother was actually the first rugby player per se. Okay, wait, their dad played rugby but then the elder brother played for the national team, and then Mara Ishaf also played for the national team and became the captain.
Okay.
And he's still playing now. In fact, he's older than us, so big respect. Also a dad, yeah. And then he also has another older brother, Mahar Rifki, who is also playing rugby now, also a dad of 3. So big respect to them. And yeah, so I wouldn't say I've always looked up to them, but more of like, I don't think general people know about rugby. Because technically Singapore's national sport is football, and my dad kind of like want me to play football also. But you know, I was just trying a lot of different sports lah. So I actually even played basketball because my sister used to play basketball. And then just playing these different sports on the field, right? I realized I'm a very tenacious person.
Yeah.
Where I like to get physical, and basketball is not a good sport for that because I always get fouled out. I always get too. You know when you play basketball, you touch them a bit, it's like it's a foul.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, and then when you play football also, when you like pull your shirt a little bit, it's a foul. I'm not saying that those rules are wrong, but I just felt like rugby suited me more because I was more aggressive.
Okay. Yeah.
Where if I pull your shirt or if I hit you, it's not actually a foul, right? In rugby.
Yep. Yeah.
So
it's a part of a tackle.
Correct, it's part of a tackle,
process,
everything. And it was very natural to me. Yeah. So I started playing in clubs and whatever. Not saying that I was immediately good at rugby, but I just felt very natural with it. I.e., running around with the ball. Kind of like, there's a bit of a psychology to rugby, where actually the purpose, right, is to not get tackled. The purpose is to
dodge
score.
and run, is it?
Correct.
Run around.
The better you are at not getting tackled, you're actually better at rugby. And I kind of understood this very early on. So as much as I was physically aggressive and whatnot, it was good for defense.
Okay.
In offense, actually, I preferred not to get tackled. That means running away.
Running
and whatever.
away. So you have to be quick on your feet or pass the ball immediately to your
teammates and whatnot. Yeah. So I was naturally fast from last time. Or naturally speedy lah. So I played in the positions that kind of preferred that. And as I grew, then I didn't, like I said, my secondary school didn't have a rugby team. But when I went to JC, I was immediately put into the rugby team. Or rather, I actually even choose my JC just because of rugby.
Is it ACS?
It's ACJC, yeah.
No wonder.
Yeah.
I am the rival.
So pros and cons lah. My internal emotions about it was because I was an outsider. I was never an AC boy.
Yeah.
But I was put in the first team in my first year, which is kind of like a bit weird, like an outsider being put in a first position team. So I kind of have to like fight for it, I guess, kind of prove my worth. With that sense also, I felt like I was born to play rugby, if that's weird to say, because I didn't play in the AC environment, and then I got put into the AC environment and immediately played for the first team. So I felt very comfortable.
So naturally, you are actually very good at rugby already.
Okay, so that's the thing,
where
right?
Where did the talent come from?
Yeah, I sometimes think that it's in the blood, honestly, because my cousins play and all that.
Yeah.
In fact, my junior cousins now, who are like in secondary school, they are playing also. And I tell them and their parents very confidently he's going to play in the national team. Because the way I see that he plays and all that, like I really think he can be found.
You guys are naturally fast and bulky, I realize. All the rugby players are more of that same build.
Yes and no, right? As much as I am bulky, but I would say that to play rugby, right, it's really more about the psychology of the game than the actual physical part of it. You can be the strongest guy on the field, right? And I've seen this so many times. You can be the strongest team on the field, but if you don't know how to play rugby and win, you actually won't win. If you get my gist.
What is the thing you're looking for? What's the strategy you're looking for?
Like I said, so it's more of knowing how to outnumber the opponents on the field, like at the side of the field, knowing positioning, knowing when to transition, the exact timing of things. A lot of coordination has to be involved. Yeah. I play in this position called scrum half, which kind of like is the orchestrator of the whole thing. So I control the forward packs, which is the bigger guys, to pardon my language, but you guys will agree. The 4 packs are the dumb brutes. The one where they just and then just run into
so
contact.
the forward packs is what, like the defenders? Or?
No, it's all in your team. So
in your team, okay.
Rugby is split into 2 categories. The forward pack,
forward pack,
PACK, forward pack, and the back line. So back lines are the faster runners. The edge are the one that passes a lot.
I see.
The forward packs are, like I say, it's just the dumb brutes, where they take the ball and just whack. Some of them are really strong enough that they can, go forward.
Bulldoze their way forward.
Correct.
I've seen that before. It's crazy.
Exactly.
Like
that one
they try to hug them. I remember I saw when I was cheering on for my school. I remember this guy is so big. He just running, everyone just holding his leg, holding his arm.
It takes like 5-6 people.
Holds the ball and then boom, drop the ball down.
Exactly.
And we all cheer.
Correct. But this one cannot be coached because this one is you're born like that. You're born that size. You're born with that strength.
Yeah.
So I feel like forwards it's a talent where I say you're born that way. So I control them in a way where I am. This is the way I put it. Don't get offended by this. I'm the scrum half. I'm their brains, and they just do what I tell them to do. And then when they do it right, and then because for example, if we call it a crash when they go in, they crash. So if they crash on the right side and I see there's a gap on the left, I might switch over to the left and I'll tell them crash left or crash right, or pot right, or float one side. So that means from a further point of view, I kind of know where they should go. And in another level of psychology also, you kind of know the weaker players on the other side of the team. So you know for them to mismatch. So a stronger guy to go against a weaker guy, or a faster guy to go against a slower guy who might be stronger. So things like that. So I'm the orchestrator of the whole field where I kind of know where things are going. Yeah. So I think that's how I managed to be good at it. Yeah.
It really opens a new perspective.
Correct,
because back then I thought it was just run, pass the ball.
Yes.
If you get tackled, you just drop the ball behind you.
Correct,
then your teammate can take it.
Right.
Yeah, it looks like there are more
elements to it. There's multi-levels to it.
To match the opponents and really find the right opening.
Correct. Yes.
Right, for your fast runner to penetrate.
And as you know, in rugby, there's I wouldn't say a lot of freedom of rules, but it's like you can kick the ball, you can pass the ball, you can even kick the ball on the ground. There's a lot of options. So which of these options are you going to choose?
Yeah.
So I think this takes a certain level of psychology, next level of thinking for you to do it. And to be fair also, I don't watch a lot of rugby, man. I actually don't watch rugby at all. That's why I sometimes feel like when I play on the field, it just comes naturally to me. I'm not emulating anybody, I'm not whatever. I just know exactly where to be and why you need to do certain things. So so that was my journey per se in secondary school. And I continue playing for clubs on the outside, and like my highest achievement for clubs is I've won the championships in Singapore with this team called SCC, one of the best teams in Singapore. I'm very happy, playing with them and everything. Won some awards with them, like best player during that season and all that kind of things. So I had my glory days, I would say. But I cannot run away from the injuries part, which is what you mentioned. Sometimes it's kind of not your fault, but you're just kind of caught in between certain situations where it's very tricky for you to not get injured. So I've dislocated my shoulders. I got concussed like twice. Both my thumbs are like broken even now. Like I never fixed it.
Oh no. Okay.
And just injuries galore. I'm happy I still have my knees because a lot of rugby players get ACL, MCL injuries in their knees because of the changing of directions and whatnot. But I think I have pretty strong knees. They never broke even till now. But there was a point in time where I realized, are these injuries worth it? Yeah. So of course, I want to be my best physical self. But when the injuries started to creep in, I thought about how do I want to stay in rugby without playing rugby, which kind of doesn't make sense. So that's how I transitioned to becoming a referee.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see. It's definitely terrible to know that you have lifelong injuries from rugby already.
True, yeah.
Yeah, and it's very hard to recover from these also. These are not like simple cuts and bruises.
No, yeah, it's not. Yeah,
It's an
quite
entire
internal.
dislocation,
Yeah,
broken bones, you know.
Yeah, it's funny how I wouldn't say I'm proud about it, but it's just like I'm not afraid anymore per se.
Okay.
Or like my son now, right? When he falls or whatever, I just be like, well, we'll recover because I've been through it, ma.
I see,
Some people have never broken a bone in their life. Have you?
I have never broken a bone.
Yeah,
in my
right.
life.
So
yeah.
does the thought of breaking a bone scare you?
It definitely scares me.
Yeah.
It scares me to put in the metal rod or whatever.
Right.
I
Yeah,
see my
yeah.
friend has a metal rod inside the arm or something.
Right, sure. Yeah.
It is crazy. And then,
So for me, honestly, breaking a bone, I'm not afraid of it because I know that we will recover. Because
Yeah.
I've been through these things, so I know that it's fine. Like you'll get back up, man. The worry that I had was my head injuries. So head injuries is something where it's very hard to recover. So there was a time where I did get a head injury in JC during one of our friendly games, and then I went to the hospital and actually overnighted there because I actually had loss of memory. Yeah.
Oh no. Okay.
Till this day, actually, I cannot remember what happened like
The
for
day- the
like
day
a few
itself.
days. No,
Okay.
the day itself and the few days before that.
Okay.
I have a completely like memory gap. A complete memory gap, yeah. And that's scary because you search online, whatever. Being like if your brain is damaged like that, right? Sometimes it's irrecoverable also.
It is
Yeah.
irrecoverable.
So like I said so these kind of injuries are what I want to say turn me off, but more of like I have to take a more cautious approach to where I play, when I play, how I play, and etc. And so I transitioned to refereeing lah. Yeah.
I see. Okay,
So for refereeing, my previous coach actually was like, hey, you wanna join this referee course? Like it's $100, and just get to learn how to referee or not. Now at that point, I think I was in NS at that point, so I thought like actually not bad. Just $100. The pay scale actually is pretty good because at that time, whenever you referee at the sidelines, for one game you get $40. So my mind space was like, I just have to sideline referee. Sideline very easy lah. Referee, raise flag, non-raise flag.
Okay, yeah.
So if the boys out, raise your flag. Very easy. So if you referee 3 games, you pay off your cost already, ma.
What's the durations of one game?
Okay, so it depends. So adult game is 80 minutes, 2 halves of 40 minutes.
Okay.
But some kids games are just 40 minutes straight. Some kids games are also 10 minutes, that kind of thing. Some friendly games also, they want to cut it shorter. So they do 60 minutes.
So it's the same fee or?
Yes, it's the same fee for all, yeah.
So on average it's about an hour $40 lah.
Yes, correct. An hour, $40 ish, yeah. So, and when I started, they paid less lah. So it was less.
Okay.
But in the day, like I said, you do a few times, you get paid like, And then when you're in NS, you kind of want to make the most amount of money.
Yeah.
So I just did games over the
It's
weekend.
perfect now. It's perfect for you.
Correct, yeah. Because I thought it's a physical job. You run up and down. It's something that I know. It's not that difficult. And
You still can invest your interest in the hobby also. You
Correct,
can
yeah.
watch people play. And
Exactly, yeah. And then get paid lah. So here's the thing, at my mindset at the time, even now, right? Why should I play when I can just referee and get paid? If you play, right, it's for glory only.
Yeah.
It's just to show that you're good or whatever, right? But in my opinion, I've been there already. I won the championships.
Yeah.
In fact, the trophy that I won and the medal that I won that day, right, I actually threw it away. I don't even have it here anymore. Because who
Why?
cares? Like, who cares, really?
kind of, but
Who cares? Like, if somebody, like, okay lah, personal opinion, I really do not care about what I won previously. Because it's about the journey to me, really. It's about how I got there and the friends that I made, etc. But it has never been about the medals or whatever. Maybe it's just to prove, like I'm good at it, but I really don't think it cares. It doesn't matter anymore. Yeah, I don't know. Do you keep?
I still have my second runner-up running
Seriously?
in primary school. I run this relay. I got second runner. I'm still in my wardrobe.
proud of it?
I'm still proud of it. Second runner. Second runner is third position, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, I've won like plenty of championship medals where I just like, this really doesn't matter to me. Really. When I rugby referee, the course itself actually was quite intense. Because I think at that time, I would say 18, I was pretty young, and the not say requirements, but the demands of it is quite high. I would say the biggest demand for referee is actually the abuse that you get.
The abuse.
Yeah, because I don't know if you watch football matches or whatever, right? The referee always kena scolding.
Oh, from the audience, you mean?
Yes, from the audience,
okay.
yeah. So the verbal abuse lah. So definitely the losing team will scold you, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think it does take a bit of maturity for you to be a good referee. Yeah. where you ignore these things.
Make the right judgment call, I guess.
Yeah, making the right judgment calls, it comes with practice, right?
Yeah.
Because the more you do, the better you get at it. As of everything also. But I think it takes a certain mental fortitude for you to kind of block these comments out and rather take them more professionally as constructive feedback than just them scolding you. So, as referees, you do make mistakes, obviously, as per anybody. But how do you keep your calm? How do you, do better is the next level of it. So I've been refereeing since 18, so now I'm 29, like been 11 years already. And I've seen like the new guys become referees now. And it's very interesting to see because I'm like, wow, I'm the old guard now. I'm no longer the new
But what
one.
do you need to do? What's the bare, like,
To be a referee?
to be a referee, yeah?
Actually nothing, yeah. I mean, it helps if you're a player.
So let's say if I can be a referee right now, let's say.
You can even be a rugby referee.
That's
now.
interesting.
We had rugby referees who never played before also.
Okay,
Yeah, but obviously it will help if you're better. What you kind of need to do during the game is a bit complex. It comes in different levels, but there's positioning. So as you know, the game is flowing. So where should the referee stand to not be in the way? So there's things like that that you need to learn. And again, it comes with experience also. When do you blow the whistle? When do you not blow the whistle? I don't know if you know, but for rugby, it's a bit more flexible than football. If there's a foul or whatever, right, you can play on first. Then later, if it doesn't materialize into anything, you can call it back. So things like that. But it takes a certain experience, like I said, to know when to call it back, when to let it go. Yeah. So there's this thing called advantage conversion. So that means if you don't call that foul, even though you saw it, but it leads to the correct team scoring, it's called an advantage conversion. That means you played on correctly. Yeah. But if you play on, then there's a turnover, and then you stop the game, whatever, it looks messy, right? So that's not converted. So better referees have more positive advantage conversion. Yeah.
It's
a bit complex like that.
I got 0 from that.
Okay, but basically my point is that refereing comes with experience. Okay. Fair enough. Okay, but I wanted to relate back to FatFitFam and the demands fitness-wise for referee. So yeah, like to be a referee, I think you can imagine you got to be as fit or even fitter than the players.
You need to run a lot. I realized.
It's a lot, it's a lot. I think I've
more
shared
than the
with
average
you,
player, I think.
Correct. I think I've shared with you one time, quite some time ago, when I refereed over the weekend and I burned like 3,000 calories in a day.
That's
purely
that's more than a half marathon.
Correct. Yeah.
Already.
So the demands physically is very, very demanding. It's not only that you have, example, right? If a player breaks through and he's I've refereed Fijians before, right? So Fijians break through, right? They run very fast. So you have to catch up with them in case things happen, so that you are there to see it. Okay, so the priority of the referee is to be close to the action, because what's your credibility if you referee from here and 100 meters away, right? If I make a call, no one's going to believe you're not there. Yeah, so I got to be close. So I got to catch up to that guy. Not only do I have to catch up to that guy, but when shit hits the fan, I need to make a decision. So it means while I am exhausted and like chugging my breath, my mind needs to be clear. Yeah, so I think that's the physical and slightly mental demands that a referee requires. Yeah, so actual fact is that past year, I actually took a break from refereeing because I was unfit. And I realized that I cannot make the decisions correctly, or I cannot get to the place in time. I just realized I wasn't performing as a referee, and I didn't want to kind of like put that substandard on the field. So I decided to get fit first. Yeah.
It's really crazy when I watch for example, videos, or even back then in secondary school, in JC also, I watched the videos and I watched how they play. The referees have to be all over the place.
Correct.
It's insane, and I don't understand, because for me I do intervals also. I would say this is maybe worse than intervals.
I would think so.
Because they are sprinting for their life, sprinting for the match.
Correct.
And then once you finish already, you gotta quickly take a look at what's happening.
Correct.
Maybe in a split second, it goes again. Then you run again.
Exactly.
It's worse than intervals.
It is, but the thing that my top referees always tell me, shout out to Charlie Brown last time, he always tell me this: you don't get fit by refereeing, you get fit to referee. So if you understand that concept, is that you need to be fit before you even become a referee, not while you're refereeing you use that as training. Does that make sense?
Maybe it's a byproduct of refereeing, like.
No, it's not. As in, like, you cannot referee and use that as your fitness training. You must train to be there. So yeah, I would say I've experienced extreme fatigue before, like purely from refereeing perspective. Even more than playing, actually. Yeah.
From your other referee friends, what do they do in their day to day to actually achieve that level of fitness?
Well, it depends. So actually in our referee society we have panels lah. So we have panels where it's like a community level where you can referee anybody, not anybody, like primary school entry level. Then there's the national B, national A, where you can referee like certain tiers of games, difficulties I would say, or age groups. And then there's a performance panel which I sit in, which is you can referee any game including international games. So it takes a while to get there. Like I said, I've been refereeing
So
for 10
you
years.
start off small primary school kid games, then you work your way up.
Game, BDiv, CDiv, blah blah, build your way up.
Then I heard that you also went to Dubai and several countries to actually host referee for international matches.
That's right.
Also.
Yeah. So touching on Dubai, actually, Dubai is the hardest thing I've ever done in my life. Actually, I think. So Dubai, it was like if I recall correctly, it's like a 3 days tournament where you are refereeing every, like, let's say 15 minutes. Every 15 minutes you're refereeing for 15 minutes, something like that. So that goes on for 4 days straight. And then you have only like 4 or 5 hours of sleep because the tournament is the whole day. Let's say starts at, I want to say 8 a.m.
So barely any
to like
rest.
10 p.m.
Okay.
Barely any rest. Up, go. And yeah. I think that's the most extremely fatiguing thing I've ever
heat
done.
is also probably
A factor, yes. The heat was a factor, and the level of play is also very good because when I was there in Dubai, I was refereeing like U19 Germany versus U19 France, something like that. And U19, right? Don't be fooled, although they are U19, right? They are super fit, and like way fitter than you, and it's extreme lah. They are damn fast.
Pause you here. What does it mean, U19?
Oh, U19 means they are 19 years old and below.
Oh, okay, I see.
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
Okay.
So these 19-year-olds and below, right, are even faster than the like open category, which is like 25, 26-year-olds. Yeah. So and they are more tenacious, a bit more, I guess, teenage testosterone. I guess. So that was the most tiring thing I've ever done lah. So coming back to the panels part, right? So performance panel referees have a fitness test that we have to do. So we have to hit a certain target to maintain ourselves in the performance panel. We do a bronco test. We used to do a yo-yo test. Now we do a bronco test. Yeah, and the target for bronco test, if I can't recall correct, if I remember, it is like 5 minutes 30 lah for a bronco test. Have you heard of a bronco test?
What is a bronco test?
Okay, a bronco test is you have to run like. Do you shuttle runs before?
So is it the suicides?
Yes, suicides, yeah. But it's on the field, like the full field.
Okay.
So if I'm not wrong, you go to 40 meters, then 50 meters, then the other 40 meters, then the full length and whatnot.
Yeah.
In 5 minutes 30 seconds, if I'm not wrong.
I think back then when I think that's one of the things we did also.
And there's beeps also like in between.
Yeah.
I can't remember lah, but yeah, this is like one of the requirements.
Yeah. I think that's the main reason why I also hated rugby per se back then.
A lot
also.
of fitness.
A lot of fitness, and one of the trainings was suicides.
Yes,
then you can be quick in your feet and everything.
Correct,
I mean, back then I was a runner, so and it's extra pain.
It is extra pain. Yeah, I actually don't like the testing part of it.
Yeah,
but
I guess it's something that you need to do because I guess bronco or suicides. It's all about being quick in your feet and changing your speed, acceleration.
That's right. Yeah.
Acceleration matters. Yeah, it's something even in intervals when I find difficulty in getting that acceleration at the start of the run also.
Exactly. Yeah. So the way that you manage your turn.
A lot of fitness especially to even hit that requirement.
Correct. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So I wouldn't say doing it is, or rather clearing it is hard, but it's just that your referees need to be really fit to be good. The difficulty that I have about refereeing now is no longer the fitness. It's more really about managing the juniors, in my opinion. I feel I've transitioned more into the mentorship role now, although I'm not that old. But to kind of guide the younger referees how to do better. Sometimes I also think I also don't know what I'm doing. You know what I mean?
As in on the field or?
Yeah, on the field. You kind of have to coach them like, okay, that's the thing, right? You can't really tell them that they did something wrong. Okay, this is the next level of refereeing, which is called CMO, which is a coach of match official. That's what CMO stands for.
Okay.
I cannot really, like, example, Jimmy, you made a decision wrong on the field. I cannot say, hey, the decision was wrong. I actually have to bring you through your thought process. For example, why did you bring me through your thought process when you saw that happening, and why did you end up in that decision? Then you see the way they think. And then you try to guide them, okay, so if you're thinking of this, have you thought about this other thing? Something like that. So it becomes a real therapy session per se.
It's really different. Like you really get to understand their thought process, which is something that maybe I don't have the patience for at the moment.
Fair,
so it's very interesting to hear that you also have this kind of approaches.
Correct, yeah. So I actually coming into the performance panel and refereeing the international games that I've done before, I went through this process lah. Yeah. So it does, I think, make you into a better referee to know that it's less about the decisions you make, but more about the thought process to get there. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, but coming back
the
to
right judgment call.
Correct. Yeah.
To really understand and make the right decisions at the right time.
That's right. Yeah. So come back to the fitness part of it, and also touch a bit on the traveling part you mentioned. We were in uni together.
Yeah.
And he did see me like fly off every weekend.
Yeah.
To referee and whatnot. So I think
was quite impressed back then also. Like, whoa, you get to travel for your quote unquote hobby as a part time.
Correct. Yeah. It's a fun lifestyle lah, in my opinion, because so I coming back to it, right? Like, when you play in Singapore, you get a medal. But when you referee, you get good at it, you actually get flown overseas. Like I said, fly to Dubai.
Yeah, I guess as a normal player, you must be good to even get to fly to Dubai.
Correct,
or fly to anywhere.
But that's kind of not in your control, because how good can rugby players be individually? It's a team sport. Right? If your team sucks, and how you can be the Messi of rugby on the field and nobody cares.
Yeah, exactly.
So refereeing is kind of an individual thing lah. So your individual performance determine like how far you go and stuff. But the peak for me maybe is that I refereed in the SEA Games in Manila in 2019.
That's impressive.
But I think you saw me went off also that time.
Yeah.
But I don't know whether I will go back to my peak per se. Yeah. I refereed the HSBC Sevens in the National Stadium also as an assistant referee, which is the highest kind of like level of refereeing you can never get in Singapore. Because it's for World Rugby, you're refereeing literally like France versus Argentina, etc. But it's not easy to get there. There's a lot of trainings, there's selection processes and all that also.
So right now you see you're a CMO. Is there anything higher than that? Like
CMO, there's different levels also. Okay. Yeah. I am a baseline CMO, but I prefer refereeing on the field myself lah. Per se, as much as I give advice to other people, it's more from the standpoint of I'm still on the field. There are some CMOs that are retired referees, but for me, it's like I'm still on the field, so I'm more focused on that than I am on teaching lah, per se.
That's very interesting, but I only have one question for you. What is a scrum? What is a scrum? It's always in the back of my mind. I want to ask you this question.
Take a whole episode to explain what's a scrum. So a scrum is a coming together of both teams. They call it a contest lah. There's a few contests on the field, right? One is the kickoff, can be contested. One is the lineouts, where you throw the ball. That's when the ball goes out lah. And the scrum is a contest in the middle of the field. It can be different places. So scrum is a result of there's a lot of different things that can bring about a scrum, but the most common one is when you drop the ball forward. We should call it a knock-on. So whenever you drop the ball forward, that means towards the opposition try line, it's called a knock-on, and it results in a scrum where the opposition team feeds in the ball into the scrum.
I see, okay.
It still remains a contest. That means the two teams come together. It's usually the forward packs that comes together and then push against each other once the ball is inside lah. So it's one of the more dangerous aspects of the game. For a referee, we have to look at it very carefully, because if it collapses, right, it can actually flex the spine, etc. So in fact, laws for under, I want to say 15 years old, you actually cannot contest during the scrum. You cannot push. Because it's too dangerous. So only when you get to like under 19s, that kind of age, then you really push. But even then, there are mitigations to the law where you cannot push more than 1 meter. But once you're in the open, right, you're in the open, man. You get pushed forever. So for me, scrums is not the easiest for me to referee, because I never played as a forward pack. Okay, but there was one camp that my referee team sent me to, which is in Sugadaira, Japan, where I learned about scrum specifically. And I got really good at it. So there's a lot of considerations. It's like the distance of the scrum, the angle of the scrum, the positioning of the arm holding the scrum.
So you're also taking care of the safety of the players.
Correct, exactly. If the scrum is not safe to proceed, right, as a referee, it's actually your responsibility to restart it or stop it first. Which is why sometimes you see like the scrums take a very long time to set up.
You can imagine as a primary school kid, right?
You don't understand.
I'm like, why are we scrumming? Why am I putting my head in between two guys' hips? Why am I doing this? And then we're just staying there. And then we're not pushing, we're not doing anything.
Correct.
Then the ball comes in there, we're always playing with the ball in our legs.
Yeah,
And
correct,
then,
correct, yeah.
Then now I realize, we're not allowed to push.
Yes, you're not allowed to push.
So back
At
then
that
I was
age,
like, I was so confused at what we were doing.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe that's why I didn't really get myself into the sport back then.
Right, yeah. Yeah, I don't think I want to spend too much time talking about the rugby itself because I honestly feel like we should invite the rugby
Yep.
player to come and talk about it. Like, I'm friends with a lot of them lah. So, I don't know, shout out to my friends out there, whoever wants to come on the podcast. Ishraf, if you want, national players. There's one national player that I'm actually very fond of lah. His name is Hidayat lah. So I've been refereeing him since he was young. I think he's only like 21 now. He's probably the fastest player Singapore has ever produced. Yeah. You see his highlights, pretty good.
Ooh, yeah.
Shout out. But I have big respects to the whole national team lah. Yeah. If any of you want to come on board and do our podcast, please.
Yeah.
Share us your rugby program, share us your training program.
No offense, but as a kid,
Yeah.
I didn't know the intricacies of rugby, but I still do support my school back then. And
Fair
we're
enough.
always very proud when we win.
Correct.
But my school has
But
never won.
I think each sport has its own audience lah. Its
Yeah.
own audience. Like I said, I have never been good at basketball also. Like although I kind of played for the team, but it's like they are just not my interest. There are other people better at basketball than me. Yeah. Same for rugby and all this kind of thing. Like there are people better at rugby than you.
Yeah, 100%.
But
Yeah.
you are better than a lot of other people at running a marathon. Example lah.
Correct, yeah,
So
probably
this kind of
So
thing.
there's always room for improvement
Exactly.
and how to really enjoy the sport without injuring yourself or finding the most optimum way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, one thing I want to shout out for rugby, right? I've been extremely impressed with women's rugby in Singapore because I've been, like I said, refereeing for the past 10 years, playing for more than that, and the level of women's rugby has actually leveled up a lot. Yeah. The other day, I assistant refereed their finals of their internal Singapore league, and I can say that wow, like last time, like maybe 6-7 years ago, I refereed there. I was just like, wow, this looks like a primary school game.
It wasn't competitive, is it?
It wasn't competitive. Nobody. Okay, like honestly, people were like you, like that, like don't know what's going on.
Very timid,
is-
or maybe they'll make the right decisions at the right
No,
time.
it's like they got no knowledge per se of what's going on.
Okay.
So, like you are like why are we scrumming? Why are we there? And this is the
Yes.
adult level, no, of
Okay.
women. So that was the level like 6-7 years ago. And the other day, I was like, wow, this is really good standard. Like I really think we have a chance at playing internationally and things like that. Everybody knows what's going on.
Singapore scene lah.
Yeah, the Singapore scene, yeah. So they really level up. I think they also had a campaign to like recruit more players to come and play, and it's been really good lah. So shout out to the women's rugby, you guys are doing really well.
I think back then I think in JC maybe less women also participated.
True,
Just my
yeah.
friends participated.
True, yeah.
But I think maybe more is now mainstream to actually
Correct.
participate in the sport. And
Correct,
realize
yeah,
that
yeah.
You'll get more and more popular as the time comes.
That's right,
Yeah.
yeah. Those of you who want to referee, of course, can DM me. You get paid a lot lah, I would say. I think Jimmy has first-hand seen how much money I've been getting during uni days.
Plus, I'm really envious of your travel trips.
And the travel trips,
to
yeah,
travel,
yeah.
and then you get to take some time off.
Correct,
or
yeah.
off studying.
Yes, I in fact got permission to like skip some exams because I was
Yeah,
refereeing
it's,
also.
it's also international, alright. You gotta represent. I mean,
I am
you're not part of the
theoretically
team, but
representing Singapore,
you're representing Singapore.
I
Correct.
am theoretically representing
Yeah,
Singapore.
so it's very impressive, and not only that, if you're already very very fit, I think this is another stepping stone to even.
Yeah, even in fact for the players out there, right, rugby players, younger ones, if you want to have a look at refereeing, I actually think refereeing will help to improve your game. It's a kind of like a two-way street, right? Because if you understand the laws a bit more and you understand how a referee thinks, you can play better.
You can play around the rules to
yeah.
your benefit.
Correct, yeah. I feel like I become a lot better player whenever.
And you know when to
I,
cut the corners when you.
in a way,
do
yeah.
it, right?
Because you know what the referee will call, you know what the referee won't
Yeah.
call. You know how to cut the game short, you know how to pace the game, right? Just because you know what the referee is thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah. So any of you players out there want to come and referee, just let me know. Yeah. I'll get you on board. You do have to do the course though. You have to pay money.
Pay $100.
Yeah. I also did a second level course lah. Yeah. Which I had to pay $200. So I'm
I see.
a level 2 referee, but yeah.
At the end of the day, you must really enjoy what you do lah. And I
Correct,
think I can see you're really passionate about rugby.
Yes and no leh. Honestly, refereeing, right, I would say as much as I enjoy doing it, right, you cannot do it every day. Yeah, because there was one point in time where I was unemployed, right, I used referee as my backup source of income. I was refereeing every day. One thing is physically tiring. Secondly, the mental abuse you get Wow, it's overwhelming sometimes.
So same like gymming or whatever. You still need a break.
Correct, yeah. You can't do it every day.
Physically exhausting.
It's physically exhausting.
Yeah, you need to.
And we referee like 3-4 p.m. in Singapore.
Yeah, which is just how do they play 3-4 p.m.
Oh yeah, I actually pity the players more than.
Yeah, it's.
Honestly, you players out there know, right? You will always come up to me and be like, "Oh, can we have a water break? Can we have a water break?" And then I also tell you, I also need a water break. And then I'll blow the whistle and have a water break.
So it's not just refereeing the game, but you also need to take care of the two teams.
Correct,
make sure that they are well. Make sure that they have the proper sportsmanship.
That's right.
And then get a good game.
Get a good game from
have a good show for the audience.
Good show for the audience for sure. Yeah. Actually, I am quite interested to bring some of my referee friends out here as well, as into the podcast, because they have refereed, I wouldn't say more than me, but like higher levels than me lah. Like they've done Asia Rugby. One of my friends did the Asia Games. They call it the Asia Games. He refereed that as well. And yeah, I think it'd be very interesting to see their perspective of rugby and rugby referee in general.
But anyway, thanks for sharing.
Yeah, man. I'm happy to share.
Hope you guys are more
informed.
I'm more informed about rugby now as compared to my 1 hour ago when I didn't even know a single bit about rugby. All I know is about the elongated ball and running around with it.
Yes.
Yeah. I told you about Scrum. I had zero idea what Scrum was.
Right,
I thought it was ridiculous.
But you did come to watch me referee one of the international games, right?
One of the games, I think.
But you had no idea what was going on. But you came. Thanks for the support.
Kind of new, but still, I didn't know the intricacies.
That was the one that you came was one of my more bigger matches, or I say it was a step up in my career because I was refereeing. I think Hong Kong versus Singapore, something like that. Yeah, I
remember I went to.
You went but then again you didn't know what's going on.
Yeah, but I think the gist of it is when you score and the whole crowd cheers,
rallies against you, with you.
And it's very fun. It's something that maybe I miss back in JC or in secondary school.
True,
I wish that I maybe put more time and effort into physical sports. Or rugby in general. Give us your thoughts in the comments.
Do you play rugby? Or
any other sports you play? Any
other sports you want me to talk about?
Anything interesting that you're doing?
Pickleball.
Pickleball, whatever. All opinions on it. Okay.
Alright, remember to eat well,
run fast,
and lift heavy.
Thanks for listening.
And don't scold your referees, okay? They are humans too. Okay, see you next episode.
Bye bye.